What about this one? Which is an equivalent of 1 plus tangent squared cosecant theta over cosecant of theta, or 1 plus tangent squared theta over cosecant of theta. So, dito, this one is equivalent to 1 over cosecant, that is sine of theta. Okay? So, 1 plus tangent squared theta is secant squared theta. So, therefore, secant squared theta is the same as 1 over cosine. Tama? So, this is the same as sine of theta. Secant squared theta is 1 over cosine squared theta. Okay? So, sine over yung isang cosine nito, that is tangent. And 1 over yung isang cosine, 1 over cosine is secant of theta. So, it means it is letter D. Secant theta, tangent theta. You follow? So, etong solution na to, okay to, kung halimbawa, ang ginagamit mo ay identities. Pero paano kung nakalimutan mo? Ganito lang. Ang gagawin mo, ang principle simple lang. Kung ito equal dito, dapat kahit anong theta, equal sila. So, the technique is just substitute any value for theta. Just input this in your calculator para hindi ka paulit-ulit na magsasubstitute. Just input this in calculator, then substitute any value for theta. Halimbawa, lagyan mo ng theta na equal to 9 degrees. So, wag ka na mag-30. Dalawang pindot yung 30. Yung 9, isang pindot lang, no? So, palitan mo to ng 9 degrees when theta is equal to 9 degrees. This will be equal to, on your calculator, that would be equal to 0.1603587. 223. Now, while this one, pagka pinindot mo sa calculator, this would be equal to 0. With theta equals 9, 0.0247767 or 68. Obviously, not equal to this, so this must be eliminated. Then, this one will be equal to 6.39, no? So, with theta is equal to 9, so this is 6.39. Obviously, not the same as this. This is eliminated. While for this one, replace this by 9 degrees. Remember, cotangent is 1 over tangent. Kaya ito, cosine 9 over tangent 9. Ang makukuha mo will be equal to 6.236. Obviously, hindi pa rin kaparehas nito. So, isa na lang natitira. Ito nasagot. Pero kung substitute mo to na 9, secant is 1 over cosine. So, 1 over cosine 9 times tangent of 9, makukuha mo dito will be equal to 0.1603587. Exact identical dito. So, therefore, by mere substitution of theta, we'll be able to come up with which one is equivalent to this one. Do you follow? Maliwanag? Okay, you may copy. What about this problem? We have here a tower, let us say that the height is Z, and we have here a building, let us say that the height is Y, and they are 120 meters apart. I am presuming that their base are at the same elevation. According to the problem, the angle of elevation from the foot of the tower to the foot of the building, ito, is half the angle of elevation from the foot of the building, this one, to the top of the tower. So, this is 1/2 of this. So, kung ito 2 theta, this is theta. Right? So, ito yung line of sight going to the top of the building taken from foot of the tower. This is the line of sight taken from the foot of the building to the top of the tower. So, this, according to the problem, is 1/2 of this. Kaya kung ito 2 theta, this is theta. According to the problem, halfway between them, I will presume exactly half of the way. Kung 120 to, 60, 60. The angles of elevation to the top of the building and tower are complementary. So, kung ito, nandito ka, tignan mo tong top ng tower, yung angle of elevation, beta. Nandito ka, you look at the top of the building, the angle of elevation, alpha. So, we say that beta plus alpha is equal to 90 degrees. They are complementary. Ang tinatanong dito, find the angle of elevation from midway, this one, to the top of the tower. Ang hinahanap, beta. How shall we solve beta? Now, dito, as you can see, dahil 90 degrees yan, if I can solve z, I can solve beta because tangent beta is z over 60. Nakuha nyo? Kuha. So, how do we solve now? Ganito. Kung sila ay complementary, we discuss sine and cosine, tangent and cotangent, secant and cosecant of complementary angles are equal. Now, ang gamitin natin dito tangent because what we are interested in are the height and the base, no? So, the tangent of beta must be equal to the cotangent of alpha. Cotangent is 1 over tangent, di ba? Okay? The tangent of beta here is z over 60. While the tangent of alpha or cotangent of alpha, that is 60 over y. So, this is 60 over y. So, ito, makikita natin, this is tangent of beta. Babalikan ko ito mamaya in order to solve our beta. Ha? Tawagin ko yang equation 1. So, mula dito, take note, 60 times 60 is y times z. Or yz is going to be 60 squared. Let me call this equation 2. Tama pa? Okay. Now, let me express now yung z in terms of theta and 2 theta. Let us take advantage of this property. Now, the tangent of theta is equal to y over 120, right? So, y over 120. And also, the tangent of 2 theta, ito, is z over 120. So, I can express y and z both in terms of theta and tangent 2 theta. I-substitute ko siya dito sa equation 2. So, substituting to equation 2, what we will have here is y. What is y? 120 times tangent of theta. That is y. But z is 120 times tangent of 2 theta. Correct? And this is equal to 60 squared. Look, this is one equation in terms of theta. So you will get here theta to be equal to, if you solve this, you'll get theta as equal to 18.435 degrees. Na? Maliwanag? So, ang kailangan na lang natin ngayon dito dahil may theta na tayo, look, from this triangle, diba, I can already solve RZ. You get it? Okay? So, galing dito, alam natin that tangent 2 theta, tangent, galing dito sa equation 4, lagay ko dito ha, equation 4, you have z is tangent 2 theta 18.435 degrees times 120. So, times 120. So, our z must be equal to 90 meters. Knowing this, we are ready to solve our beta. So, from this equation, from equation 1, our beta must be arc tangent or inverse tangent of z over 60. That is 90 over 60. You calculate this and you'll get this as 56.31 degrees. Naintindihan nyo? So, solution lang ng triangles. Okay? So, pakikopya. Let's take this problem on right triangle. The base of a right triangle is 120 units with base angles A and B. Angle A is twice angle B. So, kung ito yung base natin, 120, so, ito yung base angles. The angles at the ends of the base. Okay? So, ang sabi sa atin dito, angle A is twice angle B. So, A is 2B. Pero alam natin this being 90 degrees triangle, A plus B equals 90 degrees also. Ang hinahanap dito, angle B. So, substituting this here, so you have 2B plus B is equal to 90 degrees. So, your B must be 30 degrees. Naintindihan? Clear? Okay. Yung isang possibility nitong problem na to is ganito, no? Ito yung ating 120. So, ang magiging base angle niyan, ito, saka ito. So, kung ito ay twice nito, ito ngayon yung angle A, no? Kung twice to nito, dapat ito 45 degrees. So, wala namang 45 degrees sa choices. So, we go for this. Naintindihan niya? Okay. Let us have this problem. The perimeter of a triangle is 8 meters. So, if I have here a triangle, ang sabi sa atin dito, the perimeter is 8 meters. The sum of the sides is 8. Sine of angle A is to sine of angle B is to sine of angle C is 3 is to 4 is to 5. Find the smallest side. The principle here is this. The side opposite the smallest angle is the smallest side. Okay? Now, which among A, B, and C is smallest? Ganito. Remember that if I have the sine of angle X, sine of 0 is 0. As you increase X, the value of sine of X also increases. Right? So, ang ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung X, mas malaki yung sine. So, dito sa 3 is to 4 is to 5, sine of angle C is biggest. So, it means C is biggest. A must be smallest. So, it follows that side A is smallest. So, from this figure, by observation, this is the smallest. So, sabihin natin, ito yung A, this is B, and this is C. Opposite A is side A, opposite angle B is side B, and opposite angle C is side C. Now, ang sabi sa atin dito, side A plus B plus C is 8 meters. Let me call this equation 1, and we are looking for A. Now, paano nating magagamit ito? Ganito. So, applying sine law, di ba sabi natin sa sine law, A over the sine of angle A equals B over the sine of angle B equals C over the sine of angle C. Tama? Okay. Now, let us express B and C both in terms of A. So, mula sa equation na to from here, we can see that B is sine B over sine A times A. No? So, i-substitute natin dito. You have A plus B. What is B? A over sine A times sine B. So, you have A times sine of B over sine of angle A. Plus, what is C? C is A over sine A times sine C. So, this is A times sine C over sine of A. And this is 8. Now, I can get the value of this. Now, since sine A is to sine B is to sine C is 3 is to 4 is to 5, sine 8 is to sine B, this is to this, is 3 is to 4, right? So, therefore, we will have here A times 3 is to 4. While this is sine A is to sine C, sine A is to sine C is to 3 is to 5. So this is A times 3 is to 5. And this is 8. So this is one equation in terms of A. And you will be able to solve A. And if you solve A here, you'll get here 2 units. Nagkaintindihan tayo? Maliwanag? Klaro? And your B is 2 times 4/3. And your C is 2 times 5/3. You follow? Klaro? Okay. Sige, kopya. So in this problem, 3 circles of radius 4, 5, and 6 inches respectively are tangent to each other externally. Ito. So each one is outside the other pero magkadikit. Tangent. Ang sabi, find the largest angle of triangle formed by joining the center. So if I'm going to join the center, this is the biggest circle. So the radius is 6. This is 6 to the point of tangency. The second largest, so the radius is 5, 5. This is 4, 4. As per our principle, the largest angle is opposite the largest side. So the largest side of this triangle is this one, 11. This is 10. This is 9. So let me call this as C. Let me call this as A. Let me call this as B. Angle C is opposite the longest side, which is 11. So, ito yung C, no? This is C, opposite B. This is B, opposite A is side A. So, A is 10, B is 9, C is 11. So, applying cosine law, dahil ang kailangan ko ay angle C, I will begin with side C. So, I have C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus twice their product, AB cosine of angle opposite C, angle C. So, we just substitute the value C is 11 is equal to A. What's A? A is 10. B is 9 minus 2 times 10 times 9 cosine of angle C. So, 11 squared minus 10 squared minus 9 squared divided by 90 times 2, negative, inverse cosine. You'll be able to get your angle C, and this is 70.53 degrees. Naintindihan? Kuha? Okay, you may copy. Let's have this problem. We have here a quadrilateral ABCD is inscribed in a circle with diameter 25. So, ang diameter nito, 25, and the center is at point O. Ang sabi dito, angle CAB is 30. Find angle BOC. So, sabihin natin, ito yung angle CAB. Dapat yung CAB 30, no? Unahin natin yung angle CAB. Ito yung A. So, ito daw, 30 degrees, no? So, quadrilateral yan. Sabihin natin, dapat ito yung B, ito yung C, ito yung D, para CAB. Ang hinahanap dito is angle BOC. Ito. This one. How do we solve it? Ganito. Take note that this angle and this angle has the same opposite arc, this one. Tama? Alam natin kung ito ay theta, this is theta, this is theta, this is theta, this is also theta. Correct? Now, this is called the central angle. This is the peripheral angle. Basta yung opposite arc ng peripheral angle. Pag sinabi mong peripheral angle, ang vertex nasa periphery ng circle. It is also called in most books as inscribed angle. So, etong angle na to, kung ito ay gamma, yung arc opposite is twice gamma. Kaya kung ito ay 30, this one is 60 degrees. Kung 60 to, this is 60, 60, 60, this is 60. So, angle BOC is 60 degrees. Kuha niya? The angle opposite the peripheral angle is twice the peripheral angle. Kuha? A very common application of that is here. If I have here a circle, then this is a diameter. Suppose I have here an inscribed triangle. Inscribed triangle meaning all the vertices are on the periphery of the circle. So, ito is diameter. So, this is semicircle. Kung ito semicircle, this must be 180 degrees. And this is opposite of this. This is peripheral angle opposite this arc. So, kung 180 to, ilan to? 1/2 of 180. This is 90 degrees because this is 180. Okay? This is twice of this. This is half of this. So, ang ibig sabihin, tong triangle na to, inscribed triangle, one side is diameter is a right triangle. Madalas ma-encounter yan sa board exam. You follow? Okay, copy. Let's take this problem. Given our 3 points, A, B, and C on a circle, AB is a diameter and that is 25. No? The theta of the pole taken at B is 20 degrees. I would interpret that as if this is the pole, the angle of elevation of the pole taken from B is 20 and the angle of elevation of the pole taken from C, this one, is 30 degrees. Ang tinatanong dito, find BC. Whereas, to find the length of this. How shall we solve this? Ganito. On triangle ABC, look at the triangle. A and B and C are on the periphery of the circle. So, this is an inscribed triangle. And AB is a diameter. Ano yung sabi ko sa inyo kanina? Pag yung isang side diameter, this is a right triangle. Right? Naintindihan? So, opposite ng angle C is side C, the hypotenuse, the diameter is 25. This is opposite ng side B, ng angle B, this side B, opposite ng angle A, side A. So, CB is our side A. So, meron akong isang side, isang angle, I just need one more, tapos na itong problem na to dahil nasatisfy yung rule of 3. How shall I solve this? How shall I solve this? Or how shall I solve one angle? Ganito. Suppose I call this the height of the post as Y. Now, I can solve Y from this triangle. Diba? The tangent of 20 degrees is Y over this. And this is 25. Or, ito yung lagi nyong tandaan, ha? Dun sa formula natin sa analytic geometry, Y is mx plus b. This is very useful. Para hindi ka na nag-define lagi ng ganito. So, halimbawa, ito yung y-intercept natin, lagay natin sa 0. So, this is 0. So, ang formula is just y is mx. So, sa isang triangle, kung ang slope nito is m, itong y, this is x, y is mx. M is the slope. But if this is our theta, slope is y over x, that is also tangent of theta. So, the y is the tangent theta times x, or slope times x. Y is mx. Tandaan nyo yan. Very useful. We will be encountering that formula or that application or that technique plenty of times in the future. You get it? Okay. So from here, we'll be able to get our y, and our y is 9.1 meter. Meron na tayong y, then pwede tayong magpunta dito sa triangle na to. We can now solve b. So sa triangle na to, alam natin dito that tangent of 30 degrees is equal to y, which is 9.1 over adjacent, which is b. So therefore, our b is equal to 15.76. So, tapos na. Sa right triangle ABC now. By Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So, a squared plus, what is your b? 15.76. What is your c? 25. So, this is one equation. In terms of a, we'll be able to solve our a. And this is 19.41 meters. You follow? Maliwanag? Okay, sige. Kopya. Let's try this one. The area of the triangle inscribed in a circle, this is the circle whose radius is 7.5, is 54 centimeters squared. Ang sabi sa atin dito, one of the sides of the triangle is 15. Kung ang radius nito 7.5, then diameter is 15. So it means one side of the circle of the triangle is this diameter. So kung ito yung isang side, these are two of the vertices of the triangle. Let us say that this is the third point. So this is our triangle. As I told you, since this triangle has one side which is diameter and this is an inscribed triangle, this angle is, what is the measure? 90. This is a right triangle. Kung ito ay A, ito ay B. The area of the triangle is going to be 1/2 of the perpendiculars A and B. So we have here AB is going to be 2 times 54, 108. Let me call this as equation 1. Ang hinahanap dito, one side of the triangle, either B or A, whichever of them is in the choices. Okay? Alright. So, AB is 108. So, kailangan pa natin ng isang equation. So, yung isang equation, obviously, because this is a right triangle, the other equation is A squared plus B squared is equal to 15 squared. So, i-substitute natin to dito, you'll get here A squared plus our B is 108 over A. So, this is 108 over A quantity squared is equal to 15 squared. So, solving our A there, so that is a quartic equation. Walang ganyan sa calculator natin, no? Okay? So, anyway, pero kahit quartic equation yan, it can still be reduced to quadratic equation. Kasi, if we will solve that or multiply everything by A squared, so this is A squared, so that is A squared squared, A squared over A squared cancelled, then we will have 108 squared is equal to 15 squared times A squared, 15 squared A squared. Ilipat natin to lahat sa kaliwa. So you have here A squared squared minus 15 squared A squared to the 1 plus 108 squared is equal to 0. Para tong quadratic equation in terms of A squared. A is 1, B is minus 15 squared, C is 108 squared. So let me do that. So A is 1, B is minus 15 squared, okay? Then C is 108 squared, okay? So, your x1, yung isang A squared mo is 144. Yung isang x squared mo, or A squared, is 81. So, therefore, RA, hindi naman pwede yung negative value. square root of 14412, square root of 81 is 9, no? So, yung isang side, either 12 or 9. Knowing that AB is 108, pag A is 12, your B is going to be 108 over A. 108 over 12, this is, what is 108 over 12? So, this is 9. Or here, 108 over 9, 12. So, the sides are either 12 and or 9. Maliwanag? Klaro? Okay, sige, kopya. Let us have this triangle circle problem. A 4, 5, 6 triangle, meaning the sides are 4, 5, and 6, we are asked here to find the radius of the circumscribing circle. Meaning the triangle is inscribed in the circle. So, pagka ganito yung problem, look at this. Pagka meron kang circle, ito yung buong circle. Pagka nag-drawing ka ng inscribed triangle, the triangle actually divides the circle into how many regions? 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Ang code dito is this. The area of the triangle is ang buong circle divided into 4 regions. Now, when you have a triangle with known sides, the best formula to solve or to use is the Heron's formula. So that is the square root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, over or is equal to ang buong circle divided into 4 regions. We need R. Okay? So, yung S natin dito is 4 plus 5 plus 6 over 2. So, this is 7.5. S minus A, S minus B, S minus C is 7.5 minus 4, 3.5, 7.5 minus 5, 2.5, 7.5 minus 6, 1.5. So, we now substitute the values here. So, we have the square root of 7.5, 3.5, 2.5, 1.5 is equal to ABC, 4 times 5 times 6 over 4 times R. This is one equation in terms of R. We'll be able to get R, and this is 3.024 meters or units. Maliwanag? So, pag yung triangle nasa loob ng circle, ang buong circle divided into 4 regions. You follow? Okay, sige. Now, when we say regular polygon, they are polygons whose sides are equal, equilateral, and whose interior angles are equiangular or also equal. Now, being equal, it is symmetrical about the center. So, it means it can be inscribed in a circle. It can also circumscribe a circle. Okay? Now, ang sabi sa atin dito, the area of a circle inscribed in an octagon, I would presume it's a regular octagon, is 224 centimeter squared. So, this is our octagon. This is the circle. Let us say that the radius of the circle is small r. Because this circle is inscribed in the octagon, it is tangent to all the sides. So, this must be perpendicular. So, this radius is also known as an apothem, no? Okay? So, the apothem is also the radius of the inscribed circle. Okay? Now, so we say here that the area of the circle is pi r squared, and this is 224. So, therefore, from here, our r is going to be the square root of 224 over pi. Ito yung R natin, which is approximately 8.44, no? Okay? Now, so, ang kailangan natin dito is the area of the octagon. Now, ang gagamitin natin dito yung divide and rule. The rule of symmetry says that we can divide this into 8 equal triangles. And each triangle is isosceles because this and this are equal, so it can still be further be subdivided into 2 equal right triangles. So, this is 90 degrees. So, ang ibig sabihin, into how many right triangles of this size, no, can you divide the entire octagon? If it can be divided into 8 isosceles triangles, and each isosceles triangle can be divided into 2 right triangles, so that can be subdivided into 16 equal right triangles. So, therefore, the area of your octagon equals 16 times area of right triangle. Sa right triangle, meron na tayong R. Ang kailangan mo na lang para masolve yung area, ito. So, sabihin natin ito ay X. Yung area ng right triangle is 1/2 of base X times height R. 1/2 of X times R. Right? Meron na tayong R. Ang problema na lang is X. How do we solve X? Ganito. Kung ito ay 360, you divide it into 16 equal parts. Each equal part theta. Theta is equal to what? 360 divided by 16. And this should be 22.5 degrees. Puro divide and rule of symmetry lang to, no? Okay? So, therefore we say, etong opposite na to, opposite eto adjacent, using y is mx, we know that x is tangent of 22.5 degrees times this portion, which is r. So, yung r natin is equal to this. So, you have x is tangent of 22.5 degrees. Diba? Kasi tangent 22.5 is x over r. Diba? X over r. Kaya x is tangent 22.5 times r. So, r is square root of 224 over pi. Okay? So, you calculate this and you'll get x to be equal to 3.498 centimeters. Na? So, therefore, meron na tayong x, we can solve the area. Substituting to this, the area of the octagon is 16 times 1/2 of x, 3.498, multiplied by r. Okay? So, r is the square root of 224 over pi. Okay? So, eto ngayon yung ating area. So, solving this, we'll get the area of the octagon is 236.27 square centimeters. Ito yung ating area. Do you follow? So, ang gagamitin nyo lang kapag ka polygon, specifically regular polygon, dahil regular, it is symmetrical about the center, it can be divided into equal right triangles. Do you follow? Okay, you may copy. We have here a 25-meter diameter circle, meaning its radius must be 1/2 of 25, 12.5. Then there's another circle here whose radius is required, and it intersects the first circle and form this chord, which is 18 meters long. So this is 18. Now, the center to center distance of the two circles from here to here is 17. Find the radius of the other circle. Hinahanap to. So let us capitalize on what are given in the problem. No? So if I will consider this point, this is a common point of the two circles. From the center to this is the radius of this. This is 12.5, 1/2 of diameter. Now, this is the radius of this other circle. Tawagin ko tong R. Meron pang isang given dito. Ano yun? Yung 18. So, this is 18. So, therefore, this must be 9. Correct? Sa triangle na to, look, by rule of 3, I have two sides. If I can solve one angle, I can solve R. Now, this angle can be solved. Tawagin natin theta from this triangle. Diba? Isa, dalawa, tatlo. This triangle follows the rule of 3. I can solve theta. So, from that triangle, by taking the sine of theta, which is 9 over 12.5. So, from here, theta is inverse sine of this, and you'll get this as 46.05 degrees. Now, considering now this triangle, tapos na, 12.5, 17, and this is 46.05. Rule of 3. I can solve R. So, since I know this angle, to use this, I will begin with the side opposite, and that is R. So, applying cosine law, the square of one side, that is R squared, is the square of the other two sides, 12.5 squared, plus 17 squared, minus twice their product, 12.5 times 17, cosine of the angle between these two or opposite R, which is theta. And theta is 46.05 degrees. You follow? So this is one equation in terms of R. You input in your calculator, get the square root, and your R will be equal to 12.26 meters. Naintindihan? Claro? Okay, you may copy. Now for tangent circles, according to this problem, two circles are tangent externally, this and this, and are tangent to a third circle internally. Ibig sabihin, pareha silang nasa loob, tapos nakadikit dito sa circle na to. Ang tinatanong sa atin dito, the distances between their centers are 10, 7, and 5 inches respectively. Find the radius of the biggest circle. Ito. Let us say that the radius of this is A. So from here to here is A. From here to here is A. The point of tangency of this circle and this circle. Ang tatandaan nyo dito, the line connecting the centers is also passing through the point of tangency. Halimbawa, itong tangent externally, yung line connecting their centers passes also through the point of tangency. Ito, the line connecting the centers passes through the point of tangency. Ito, yung line connecting the centers passes through the point of tangency. So, kung ang center nito, ang radius nito ay C or A, no? So, ito is also A. Kung ang radius nitong second circle ay B, then this one, from here to here, is also B. Kaya ito, A plus B. Now, ito naman, from here to here, ito yung radius nitong circle na to, this is C. Ito ngayon, from here to here, this is C. Kaya kung ito B, this will be C minus B. Ito naman, kung ito C, ito A, then this is, the center to center is C minus A. You get it? So, ang sabi sa atin, ang center to center, 10, 7, and 5. So, sabihin natin, yung 10, yan yung A plus B. A plus B is 10, and C minus B, C minus B is, sabihin natin yan yung 7. And then, C minus A, sabihin natin yan yung 5. No? C minus A, yan yung 5. Ang kailangan natin, C, di ba? So, para mangyari yon, ang gawin natin, i-add na lang natin to. This plus this plus this. Cancel yung A, cancel yung B, you have 2C is equal to, you add this, 20, 22. So, therefore, our C is going to be 11. This is going to be the radius of the big circle. Sir, hindi ba pwedeng mangyari na yung 10, yung C minus A? Paano kung nagkapalit-palit ka, no? Paano kung eto yung nagawa mong yung C minus B, yan yung 5, yung C minus A, yan yung 7. Parehas pa rin. Kahit magkapalit yan, 11 pa rin sagot. You get it? Naintindihan? Okay? Ngayon, paano kung ang nai-assume mo, yung A plus B, hindi yung 10? Pwede ba? Look here. Kung ang na-assume mo, yung C minus A, halimbawa, yan yung 10, no? Tignan natin kung possible yan. Explore lang natin. Yung C minus A, siya yung 10. Kunwari, ha? Tapos, yung A plus B, siya yung 5. So, yung C minus B, siya yung 7. Parehas lang ba ng result? Pag inad mo sila lahat, cancel pa rin to. So, you'll have here, still, C is going to be, 2C is going to be 22. So, C is going to be still 11. Naintindihan? Klaro. Parehas lang ang sagot. So, hindi siya maiiba. Basta, ang definition natin ng C, siya yung big circle. Klaro? Klaro. Hindi siya magkakalabo-labo. So, basta yung A plus B mo, nandyan, yung minus B plus C, ito pa rin. Kuha? Klaro? Okay, sige. Kopya. A tangent line is a line intersecting a circle at only one point, while a second line is a line intersecting a circle at two different points. The portion of the second line inside the circle is called a chord, no? Okay. Now, according to this problem, a tangent line intersect a second line to a circle. Sabihin natin yung intersection nila ay A, no? So, if the distance from the point of tangency to the point of intersection is 6, so from here to here, eto ay 6, and the external distance of the second line is 4, so eto yung external portion ng second line, eto ay 4. Ang hinahanap is yung length ng second line. Yung length ng second line, while it extends to infinity, no, it is specifically from this point to the point of intersection. Okay? Alright. So, therefore, ang kailangan natin is CA. Basta tandaan nyo lang yung point of intersection A, point of tangency T, then yung mga susunod B, C, D, E. Ang pinakakilang is etong formula na tata, baka, die. No? Tata, baka, die. TA times TA equals BA times CA equals DA times CA. Ano yung EA? Halimbawa, mag-drawing pa ako ng isa dito. Tawagin ko siyang BCDE, no? Now, this times this equals this times this equals this times this. You get it? So, yung TA is 6 times 6, BA is 4, CA is required. So, our CA is going to be 36 divided by 4. So, this is 9. Maliwanag? Klaro? Okay, you may copy. Let us have this one. The sides of a triangle are 11, 10, and 9, and we are asked to find the area. As I have told you, kapag yung ating sides are given, the best solution is using Heron's formula. The Heron's formula is given by the area of the triangle is the square root of S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, wherein S is the semi-perimeter. Yung S natin is the sum of sides, 11 plus 10 plus 9 over 2. Okay? So, if you compute this, this is going to be 15. So that S minus A, S minus B, S minus C will be 15 minus 11, 4, 15 minus 10, 5, 15 minus 9, 6. So therefore dito, the area of the triangle is going to be the square root of 15 times 4 times 5 times 6. If you're going to compute this, this is going to be 42.4264 square units. Kuha? Now, the second problem here is find the altitude to the longest side. The longest side is 11. Let me call this A, B, C. Opposite angle A is side A. Ito yung longest side. And the altitude to this, pag sinabi mong altitude, it's the perpendicular segment from the base to the opposite vertex. Let me call that HA. Now, by the rule of perpendiculars, the area of the triangle is 1/2 of 11 by HA. Since we know yung area of the triangle, we can solve HA. The area of the triangle is 42.4264 is equal to 1/2 times 11 times HA. So from here, you'll get HA to be equal to 7.714 units. Naintindihan? Klaro? Okay. Now, 15.3, find the median to the shortest side. Pag sinabi mong median, it is the segment from a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. So, the shortest side is the side 9, which is opposite ng angle C, right? So, from here, kung ito yung midpoint ng 9, this must be 4.5, this must be 4.5. From point C to the midpoint of side C, tawagin nating MC. We need M sub C. How do we solve that? Now, considering triangle, this triangle, no? Triangle BC, let me call this as D, no? Let me call this point D. So, considering this triangle, 1, 2, meron akong dalawang sides. By the rule of 3, if I can solve angle B, then I can solve MC by cosine law. But from triangle ABC here, ABC, I have 3 sides, 10, 11, and 9. I can solve angle B. Starting with the side opposite angle B, that is 10, and applying cosine law on triangle ABC. So what we will have here will be the square of one side, that is 10 squared, is equal to the square of the other sides, 11 squared, 9 squared, minus twice their product, 11 and 9, cosine of angle B. From here, I can solve cosine of angle B. I can also opt to solve angle B. Pero sapat na yung cosine B. Okay? So, if you will solve cosine of angle B here, you'll get here 17 over 33. This minus this divided by this is 17 over 33. No? Now, moving to this triangle now, triangle CDB or BCD. applying again cosine law. So, considering triangle BCD, starting with the side opposite ng angle B, that is MC, so you have MC squared is equal to the square of the other two sides, 4.5 squared plus 11 squared minus twice their product, 4.5 times 11 times cosine of angle B. But cosine of angle B is 17 over 33. So therefore, you calculate this, substitute 17 over 33, you get the square root, and you will be able to get MC. And MC here is going to be 9.5 meters. Naintindihan? Klaro po. Okay? May formula para sa altitude and median and meron din tayo sa length of angular bisector, pero I want and I prefer to solve those problems using solution of triangles. Kasi yung mga formula, makakalimutan mo yan, saka magmi-mix up yan. So, I really prefer na nandun ka sa basic para kahit anong application, pare-parehas lang ang principle. Mas konti ang aaralin mo. Mas konti ang i-memorize mo. Okay? I-master mo lang yung solution of triangles. You follow? Okay, you may copy. Okay, let's try to have this one. We're asked here to find the distance from the intersection of the perpendicular bisectors, meaning perpendicular bisectors of sides, to the intermediate side, that is the side whose length is 10 units. So, kung ito yung mga perpendicular bisectors, ito ay 10, so 5, 5, 11, so 5.5, 5.5, 9, so 4.5, 4.5. Passing through those midpoints, perpendicular to them are the perpendicular bisectors. No? So, yung intersection point O ng perpendicular bisectors, we call it circumcenter. Yung intersection ng altitudes, we call them orthocenter. The intersection of medians, we call it centroid. No? So, the intersection of angular bisectors, we call it incenter. Pero ito ang tawag circumcenter. Bakit? Kasi yan yung center of the circumscribing circle. Now, kung ito yung center, from the center to any point of the circle, it would be the radius. So, it means this to this is R, this to this is R, this to this is R. Na? Ang tinatanong is the distance from the circumcenter point O to the side, the intermediate side, that is the side na gitna ng 11 and 9, the longest and the shortest. So, the intermediate side. So, tawagin natin to na P. Na? So, we need P. Now, look here. Kung ito R, this is R, meaning these two triangles are symmetrical, no? So, this must be a right triangle. So, para ma-solve mo yung P, kailangan lang natin ng R. Paano natin isosolve yung R? Yung R natin para sa circumcenter, kung matatandaan nyo, basta merong kang circle, nag-drawing ka ng triangle sa loob, di ba sabi natin, the area of the triangle is ang buong circle divided into 4 regions, correct? So, from previous computation natin, the area of the triangle is equal to 42.4264, right? So, it is 42.4264 is A times B times C. So, this is 11 times 10 times 9 over 4 times the radius. So, from here, masosolve mo yung radius ng circumscribing circle. And this is 5.8336 units. Okay? Now, knowing this now, we can solve our P. No? So, kasi by Pythagorean theorem from this triangle, we'll have here RP is equal to the square root of R squared minus 5 squared. So, therefore, you have here square root of R, which is 5.8336 squared minus 25. Okay? So, you calculate this and you'll be able to solve your P, and this is 3.005 linear units. Kuha niya? Okay, you may copy. What about this problem? We're asked here to find the length of the angular bisector to the shortest side. The shortest side of the triangle 9, 10, 11 is 9. So, if we call this side or this vertex is C, this is angle C. This is angular bisector to angle C. So, this is C over 2, C over 2, right? So, ang hinahanap dito is etong length nitong angular bisector going to the side. Let me call the length of this as X. Now, considering this triangle CB, and let me call this F, and let me call this angle theta, to solve our X from this triangle, we need 3 elements. So, meron tayong isang side, kailangan ko na lang ng dalawa. But take note from this triangle, I can solve angle C and thus solve angle C over 2. And I can also solve triangle B, right? So, applying cosine law here, we have starting with the side opposite, that is 10 squared equals square of the other two sides. I am considering triangle ABC, no? So, I have 10 squared equals 9 squared plus 11 squared minus twice their product, 9, 11 cosine of angle B. One equation in terms of angle B, masosolve natin yung angle B. Our angle B is 58.9924 degrees. Now, considering this triangle still, to solve angle C, let me begin with the side opposite, 9. So, I have 9 squared is 10 squared plus 11 squared, square of the other two sides, minus twice their product, 10, 11, cosine the angle opposite 9, and that is angle C. So, one equation in terms of C, you'll be able to solve angle C, and you'll get angle C here as 50.48 degrees. Now, let me now solve theta because I have the intention to use sine law in this triangle to solve X. So, yung theta natin, therefore, is equal to 180 minus angle B minus C over 2. Okay? So, I am using triangle CFB. Okay? So, this is from triangle CFB. So, our theta is 180 minus 58.9924 degrees minus C, which is 50.48 degrees over 2. You calculate this and you'll be able to solve theta, and this is 95.7676 degrees. Now, if we apply sine law now on that triangle, sine law on triangle CFB, para ma-solve yung X, eto. I have X over the sine of angle B, but angle B is what? 58.9924 is equal to 11 over the sine of the angle opposite theta, that is 95.7676 degrees. This is now one equation that will enable us solve X. And our X here will be 9.476 units. Naintindihan? Lahat ng concept na ginamit natin in order to solve perpendicular bisector, angular bisector, altitude, including the median. So they are all based on just sine law and cosine law. You follow? Maliwanag? Okay, you may copy.